All right, let's get ready to rumble. Today, we are putting two of the biggest names in AR glasses head to head. In one corner, you've got the RayNeo Air 4 Pro, the one that's all about that jaw-dropping visual experience. And in the other corner, we have the Lenovo Legion glasses, built for one thing and one thing only: simple, no-fuss gaming. This is the classic showdown, right? Raw power versus pure simplicity. Let's dive in.
Okay, first things first, let me ask you something. What if you could have a giant 200-inch TV that fits right in your pocket? I know it sounds like science fiction, but that's the big idea behind these AR glasses. Now, let's be clear, we're not talking about some crazy full-blown augmented reality experience here. Not yet, anyway. Think of these more like your own personal, super portable movie theater or gaming monitor that you can take anywhere.
So let's meet our first contender. In this corner, we have the RayNeo Air 4 Pro. And folks, this one is all about the visuals. People who've used it are throwing around phrases like an OLED TV for your face and an IMAX-level private cinema. Yeah, they're not messing around. Its whole reason for being is to deliver the absolute best picture quality and just create that wow moment. And facing off against it, the Lenovo Legion glasses. Now, this one's got a completely different strategy. It's not trying to do everything for everyone. Nope. This is laser-focused on being the perfect sidekick for gamers, especially if you have something like the Lenovo Legion Go. Its whole philosophy is simple. Plug it in, and you're playing. That's it. All right, let's get into it. Round 1, display quality. Ding, ding, ding. Look, when it comes to AR glasses, this is everything. It's not just a feature, it is the feature. The entire experience, everything you see and do, depends on how good that little screen floating in front of your eyes really is. So let's break down the specs, the tail of the tape. At first glance, they look pretty similar, right? Both are rocking a sharp 1080p resolution for each eye, but then you start to see the differences. The RayNeo comes out swinging with a super smooth 120 Hz refresh rate. That's literally double what the Legion has. It's also way, way brighter. But the thing that really stands out, the potential knockout punch on paper, is that last one, HDR10 support.
Okay, HDR10. What on earth is that, and why should you care? Well, it's not just some fancy marketing term. Imagine the difference between a regular TV and a really high-end OLED TV. That's kind of what HDR10 does. It gives you a massive range of colors and those super deep, inky blacks. For AR glasses, this is a huge deal. It's what makes the picture on the RayNeo so rich and vibrant, and it's why everyone's talking about it.
So we've seen the numbers, but numbers on a page don't tell the whole story, do they? What really matters is how these things feel when you actually use them. And that brings us to round 2, the user experience. We're talking movies, we're talking games. Let's see how they stack up in the real world. And this right here really shows you what each one is all about. If you're a movie buff, the RayNeo's is it's a no-brainer. That HDR, the brightness, that huge screen, it really does feel like your own private movie theater. But if you're a gamer who just wants to jump in and play without any hassle, the Lenovo is your champ. You literally plug in one cable and bam, you're in the game. No menus, no setup, just pure gaming. And you know, that amazing movie experience isn't just about the picture. RayNeo went all in on the audio too. They've got a quad speaker system tuned by Bang & Olufsen, which is pretty premium stuff. And they even added this clever little thing called whisper mode. It basically keeps the sound contained so the person sitting next to you on a plane doesn't hear your movie. Pretty smart, right? Okay, so we've got great specs, great experiences, but you know what? None of that matters one bit if the thing is painful to wear. So, for our third and final round, let's get into what might be the most important factor of all: comfort and fit. This is where a champion on paper can get knocked out in the real world.
Now, looking at the numbers, you'd think the RayNeo has this in the bag. It's only 76 grams. The Lenovo is 96. That might not sound like much, but trust me, after you've been watching a 2-hour movie, you're going to feel that extra 20% resting on your nose. So lighter should mean more comfortable, right? Well, hang on, because it's not that simple. And here is the plot twist. There's a really, really important feature called IPD adjustment. Basically, it lets you move the lenses closer together or further apart to match your eyes. And the RayNeo doesn't have it. So even though it's lighter, for a lot of people, it just won't fit right. And if it doesn't fit right, you get problems. Big problems. Just look at what this person on Reddit said. The picture was amazing, but they couldn't even see the whole screen clearly. That beautiful display becomes completely useless.
So after all that, it's time for the final verdict. We've gone through the rounds, we've seen the strengths and weaknesses. But this isn't about picking one ultimate winner for everyone. It's about figuring out which of these is the right winner for you.
All right, let's make this simple. You should choose the RayNeo Air 4 Pro if and only if you are all about getting the absolute best picture quality possible. Period. If you're a movie junkie, a TV series binger, and you want that whoa moment every time you put them on, then yes, this is the one. But, and I can't stress this enough, you have to make sure they actually fit your face first. Seriously, try them on or buy them from a place with a super easy return policy.
Okay, so who should get the Lenovo Legion? You should go for these if you just want a simple, no-nonsense gaming screen that just works. If the idea of messing with settings makes you tired and you value plug-and-play above all else, this is absolutely your best bet. It's the safe, reliable choice, and it's a slam dunk if you're already in that Lenovo Legion ecosystem. When you look at these two side by side, it really tells you a lot about where we are with this technology. On one hand, you have a device that's pushing the limits of what's possible visually. On the other, you've got one that's all about making the experience easy and reliable. It really makes you wonder, right? Are these AR glasses actually the future of how we'll watch movies and play games? Or are they just a really, really cool gadget for those of us who like to be first in line? I guess we'll have to wait and see.